Good evening everybody and welcome to a special event for tonight here at NXTGEN, but not just involving NXTGEN of course. We do have our team versus team event tonight as two clubs battling out for supremacy, and it's a return of one that we did not so long ago earlier on in the year. NXTGEN Racing will be going up against Club100. Where are we? There they are on circuit at the moment. Some of the Club 100 drivers at the moment. Now, bit of background on the two teams that are taking part tonight, but before I do that, just want to say hello everyone and welcome to what is going to be a fantastic race. I'm looking forward to it. I'm JackTM53, your commentator for tonight, and I'm fairly certain that there's going to be a lot of action across both lobbies. This is lobby 1, of course. We also have lobby 2, which is being streamed by Ghost Realm 666, so you can go and check that out on YouTube at the moment. Now, these two clubs do have a bit of history themselves in their various counterparts. Obviously NXTGEN is based in and around the esports world. The NXTGEN has raced all over different platforms, including Gran Turismo Sport, which we're on tonight currently. We also have a number of different services in terms of, merchandise that we have. Obviously have a lot of social media, but mainly the racing is all one big group, all spread across different games. We've got Assetto Corsa, we've had Project Cars 2 in the past, we even have PC racing now on a number of different areas, including iRacing and as well as that race room. So NXTGEN with a lot of calibre in terms of the drivers that we have in the series. Lots of different series available, of course, upcoming for the new season, which starts very, very soon, later on in the month, which you can have a look at all over social media. Now, Club 100, of course, are different to NXTGEN. Club 100 are effectively a karting series, the highest level, I suppose, of arrive and drive championship kart racing in the UK. If you fancy racing in some go-karts that have been professionally prepared, then Club 100 is the route to go for you. We could see the wonderful striking Club 100 livery there with Treviso, with that black and red standout colour scheme that they have. And of course, with Club 100 you have to remember as well that they've got loads of different classes and formats, and it's very, very straightforward to effectively arrive and drive. They provide a fleet of Birel N35X karts, and they've got 2-stroke engines, so they're fantastic. It's a very fantastic group to get involved with. They have loads of centres and championships all dotted around the country that anyone can take part in, so please do go on the website for Club 100 and you can find out more details of how to get involved. But putting those two backgrounds of both NXTGEN and Club 100 aside, this is the second team versus team event we've had. Now, last time, earlier on in the year, it was way back when in May, NXTGEN were profoundly beaten by Club 100 over the two races that we had way back when. And Club 100 will obviously want to be taking that title again tonight. They've got a very good lineup here in lobby 1, and we'll go through the drivers effectively just to give you an idea of who's going to be competing for both sides. So for Club 100 we have Treviso, who we're on board with, or rather following at the moment. Further down, let's see if they've joined the lobby just yet. They haven't, so we'll just cut to someone else very quickly. We've got to count. Also got Marky Boy, who hasn't joined the lobby yet, but will be coming in shortly. We're not due to start for another few minutes yet. Kureth, as we want to call him, Kuretka, Kaya, maybe Kaya we'll go with on that one. We've got Sid Barrett as well. Where's he? The lobby? Are they in the lobby? We don't know. Yes, they are. Sid Barrett, rather, I should say, is there. Sid Barrett 84. You've also got another areas in third place at the moment. We have M1M. That's who we have there. We've also got Ruswald, who I believe has yet to join the lobby. No, he's not yet joined. And we also have Cal 401, who is just turning into a bit of a lawnmower there as he goes over the grass at turn number 3. So Cal obviously representing the boys for Club 100. Now for Next Gen, our drivers, in terms of my perspective, are a little bit more familiar compared to those from Club 100. We have Next Gen Hirakram, who can only be described by some as an alien, really, in terms of his pace, his performance. He is a quick driver, very fast driver. He won the McGann Trophy this season, in season 18. He was very, very quick and took a dominant Lobby 1 victory. So positive for him on that one, and he'll arguably be Next Gen's fastest driver for tonight. In terms of the other drivers, though, they're certainly not shabby themselves, and that's the same with Club 100. But for our drivers, for the Next Gen team, we also have MR6, Mr. Dawes. Where is he? Is he in the lobby at the moment? He's not at the moment, so we'll wait and see where he shows up in. We also have Super Fast Bobby, or rather Super Fast Bobby, I should say. He's there, going circulating around in 8th place at the moment, just coming through that notoriously difficult turn 3. And MR6 Dawes has just joined for Next Gen there. We've got Ruddo24 as well. He's already in 2nd place currently. You can see Ruddo24 just going a little bit over the curb there. New to Next Gen, effectively, is Ruddo. He's in McGann Lobby 1. He won a race this season. So Ruddo certainly has some speed, as that he's proved in the Next Gen McGann Trophy Series. We also have Hill Climb Racer 7. He's just a little bit further down there. He's also won a race this season as Hill Climb Racer. He was new to Next Gen. He's not done many events with us, but he is there, so that will be good to see how he gets on tonight for the Next Gen team. We've also got going from the new to arguably the old, VLX Sparks. He's been with Next Gen for a very long time. He's been here for a number of years. Very good driver, so looking forward to seeing how he gets on tonight. And lastly, our final driver from Next Gen is in the pits currently. It's JBH99, our resident commentator and quick driver as well. He competes in Lobby 1 in the McGann Trophy. I hope he doesn't crash tonight. That's the main one I want to say, because Jordan usually commentates on me when I race, so Jordan will hope that he doesn't make any mistakes tonight, otherwise he'll get criticised just the way that he criticises me, and rightfully so. So the drivers will then, as you can see already, they're going around setting these practice lap times at the moment. There's still a ways to go before the lobby starts, and we're still waiting for everyone to join in. That is the main aspect that we need to take care of. For the format, how it's going to work, we've got a 10-minute qualifying session for race 1. We're currently in the race 1 setting. At the moment we're at Blue Moon Bay Speedway, the infield A version of the circuit, so that's going to be promoting some overtaking opportunities, especially as we come round this long sweeping final corner with Hirakram. That is going to be an opportunity to set up an overtake on the straight. A little bit of slipstream going on from the Next Gen drivers there. Hirakram's just going to come across the line, set a lap time a little bit slower, but he's prepared for the next lap, so away he goes on that one. Now the drivers are obviously using the BMW VGT for this first race. There are 2 races tonight, it must be stressed, and the drivers at the moment in this BMW VGT car, VGT standing for Vision Gran Turismo, fantastic car, 541 brake horsepower from a 3-litre engine, so a lot of power, a lot of oomph from the screaming 3-litre engine there. Weight only just over a ton really, 1,180 kilos, so a lot of squatting down from the back end of the car as the drivers put on the power as they come out of the corner as quickly as they possibly can. So 10-minute qualifying we'll be going into shortly once all of the drivers are in for the lobby, and then that will be followed by a 20-minute race. So we just go through, evening to Jordan who's in the chat there. So 20-minute race will follow the 10-minute qualifying session. I'm just going to have a little scan down the field just to make sure all the drivers are in. They're not. We're still missing one driver in lobby 1, so we'll wait for them to join. I'm sure Jordan could give us an update on where the driver potentially is at the moment, so it won't take them too long. And this first race is quite important. It's not just in terms of setting a benchmark for the points across both lobbies, but the key point here is going to be in the second race, because the second race doesn't have a qualifying session. So what we have for qualifying 2, or rather race 2, is we have this reverse grid based on the results of lobby 1. So whoever wins the race in the first one goes straight to the back for race number 2. So going to be a lot of overtaking, a lot of battling going on for that second race. Where that's going to be at Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagiwa, and we're going to be racing in the Mazda Roadster Touring Car. That's going to be really, really good, fun to watch. Just got another comment just to say, is Jaino in this race? He's my hero. No, he is in lobby 2, which is being broadcast on YouTube, and that's from, I believe it's Ghost, who's currently broadcasting on that one. Quick check to see who is broadcasting. So let's see how the drivers get on. We've still got a few moments left in practice, still waiting for that 14th driver to arrive. So let's see how we get on in this practice session. We are at Blue Moon Bay, situated on the west coast of America, and it's a very good track, this. We'll go on board, and we'll go on board with... We've been with M1, or rather NM1M, for quite some time now, so we'll go on board with him. Now, one thing to note about the BMW VGT is that there is no interior camera, so we're going to ride on, effectively, the roof cam with NM as we approach now turn number 1. It's sort of a double banked left-hander. It's classed as 2 corners on GT Sports track now. So we're doing 169 miles an hour as we brake on the banking down into 4th gear, hook up the apex, and then use the banking again on the other side to square the car up into 5th gear, then down into 4th gear, clip that little left-hander, sort of a double corner before flicking right into turn number 4. Got to be careful of the curb on the outside and a little bit of grass that can lose so much time. Sweeping left-hander right onto the brakes is this very difficult hairpin for turn number 6. 2nd gear, NM's done quite well there, hooks the power up nice and early, a little bit of a wiggle on the way out as he brakes again now down into potentially 2nd gear for the double apex 7 and 8. Again, nice and early on the throttle there was NM, only 400th down on his lap time, chucks the car, cuts the corner on the penultimate one at turn 9, and then it should be pretty much flat all the way around the final corner. So let's see how he gets on in this sort of practice lap that he's done. Comes towards the line. What lap times is the Club 100 driver going to set? Doesn't go any quicker, actually. Lost 3 tenths. Actually lost 2.5 tenths on that lap. So, bit of time to find from NM. And that's what I'm going to refer to him as, NM1M. VLX Sparks and NXTGEN still at the top of the pile as it stands in provisional practice, we should call it. We've got all 14 drivers in now, which is good to see. Jordan just saying 14th is Ruswold from C100. He is in now. That's really good to see. We've got an equal playing field. 7 drivers involved for both teams. And don't forget, not only are the scores counted from lobby 1, but they're also counted from lobby 2 as well. So a lot of battling to be done effectively across 2 races in 2 different lobbies. So a lot of action that's going to be happening. All of this will be shared on NXTGEN's social media pages, so if you want to go back and check it out, of course you can do. If you want to watch these races back, you can go on to JackTM53 Synopsis on YouTube as well, and you can watch those, all the highlights, the live action, whenever you want, in the comfort of your own home potentially. So qualifying starts in 2 minutes, which is good to see. Just make sure everyone gets themselves settled. VLX Sparks just gone purple in that first sector, using all of the exit curb as he clips his way through turn number 4 there. As NM, Ruddo, Hera Crams in 4th currently. Looks like he's done a personal, or rather a purple sector there in the first one, so let's see what his exit's like as he goes into the final sector. 600ths down. As he clips the curb, he cuts that second to last corner, which he can do. No track limits in terms of the GT Sport there for that sort of regular corner cut and stringency, so not a problem cutting that one. What's Hirakram going to set for our lap time? Is he going any quicker? No, he does not. Marky Boy just going round turn number 8 there. As Sid Barrett, he comes across the line, doesn't improve. MR6 Dawes, a couple of other Club 100 drivers going over to start a new lap. What about Dawes? What's he done? Doesn't improve. So currently the whole field separated by effectively 2.5 seconds, but it must be stated that the two drivers who are in the pits at the moment were just with super fast Bobby, who's just pulled over to the side. He's done for his practice. You know, the two drivers in the pits at the moment, they haven't done much practice so far during this 35-minute practice session, so there's a lot more time to find for those two. Have you got Kaya or Kia? I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with Kaya. I'm gonna go with Kaya on that one. I'm sure if he watches it back, he'll probably be cursing me if I've got the name wrong. Watch goes around the final corner. There's Hill Climb Racer. Obviously both sets of clubs. I've got their special liveries, and there we go. So Jordan has set the qualifying session. Mechanical damage type has been changed to light. So let's see. There we go. Jordan must have heard me. It's now been set to none, so that's good news. No damage on for these races, and away we go. So Hill Climb Racer 7 is going to be the first driver out on circuit. 10 minutes in this quali session, and Jordan's just saying 10 minutes quali session starts now. It's going to be really good to see. Both teams obviously have got their respective liveries. You can see NXTGEN's there, that black and orange with a little bit of light blue, lovely livery that JBH has designed for the NXTGEN team. He's also designed it for the Club 100 team as well. You can see the black, red and a little white accents on the car. Both fantastic liveries, really, really nice. And you may notice the differentiation as well between each individual driver, because we're currently with Marky Boy, but we're going to go to let's say super fast. So you can see the standard lobby, the standard colours on the cars there. You can see the black, orange. But if you look at the wheels, they're all different depending on each driver in the team. So super fast, he's got those red ones. You've got Hill Climb Racer, he's got the yellow tyres. Ruswald for Club 100, he's got the green. Sid Barrett has red. So the drivers have sort of a little bit of individuality going on with the different coloured wheels, and I think they're a really nice touch to sort of personalise the tyres and the wheel rims there. You can see Hirakram's got black with a little red stripe that you might not be able to see as he goes on to his first lap then here for this wonderful team versus team event. Looking forward to this. So let's see how the drivers get on as they go into the first couple of laps. You can see as the cars come through that turn 1, just watch the way the cars wiggle as they go onto that sort of new piece of tarmac, and they bump back up onto the other side of the tarmac, and that's just because of the sheer curve that's there. Unsettles the car. Don't be surprised to see some mistakes during the race on that one, when other cars are following and fighting one another, because that little wiggle that happens can really unsettle the car on the brakes. It is rear wheel drive, the BMW, so got a little bit of throttle management and a little bit of braking management to do when they go onto those different pieces of tarmac going through turns 1 and technically turn 2, if you want to classify it as that. So drivers now going through the laps. Hill Climb's just set his lap time. Supra's done another lap time there. See what Marky Boy does. He goes provisionally pole for the time being, does Marky Boy. 92, so he's done a 105.2, but Hirakram from NXTGEN beats that. That's a little bit quicker, 1 minute 4.8. MR6 Dawes has just got himself into second ahead of VLX Sparks. So first lap's over and done with for the most part, but the top 3 is NXTGEN as it stands. Marky Boy's there, he's just made a little mistake I think, because he's just let Ruswald through. Hill Climb, 2 other drivers now coming over the start finish line. Have they gone up into the top 3? No, it doesn't look like they have. So 3 minutes 15 gone in the session still, another 6 minutes 40 to go. So still time for the drivers to improve, and obviously those first laps, definitely a lot more time on the board. Club 100 though will definitely want to respond to that. They certainly have the pace to do that, and the drivers, Cal getting a little bit twitchy there as he came out of the turn 8 corner there. A little bit sideways, and he's into the wall actually. In the background is Cal 401. And NM's just pumped himself up into 4th, so he's 3 tenths off the pace. A little scrape of the wall there as he went into turn 1. I have to keep an eye out on that actually. If the drivers are scraping the wall going into turn 1, maybe it's a little sort of potential little method that they've come up with, maybe to scrub a little bit more speed off in the braking zone. NM's just gone 1/10 quicker. It's just gone purple, super fast there, just going a little bit wide over that little grass area that I warned about going through turn 4, so he's got to be careful with that. He doesn't want to fall across the circuit, and sure enough, he's on his own lap, and I think NM1M's not going to be too pleased. He's being delayed by the Superman. So Cal in 13th at the moment. JPH just going round turn number 2. He's approaching turn 3 now. See how he gets on during this race, but he's propping up the timesheets. He has gone quicker though, has gone quicker in the first sector, so more time to come from JPH. But Hirakram still leads the way. He's got his teammate and second place man, MR6 Doors, right in front of him. In second place at the moment. Now, one thing to note about Blue Moon Speedway is that the 2 races tonight these circuits have actually been picked by the club members. So NXTGEN were the ones who selected Blue Moon Speedway. So you'd expect NXTGEN to be ahead of the curve on this one. You'd expect them to be more up near the front, whereas the second racetrack for Kyoto tonight, that was picked by Club 100. So let's see how the drivers get on. Marky Boy's moved up to 2nd for Club 100, just 300ths off Hirakram, who's currently in the lead. Hit the wall or hit something as Hirakram. He's got a big scratch mark over the front right pod. He's got a little bit wide through turn 4. He's got to be careful on that. But that's encouraging for the Club 100 drivers. There was a 1-2-3 for NXTGEN there for a few minutes. Can NXTGEN fight back? That is the question. Can they keep hold of that 1-2-3? Can they bounce back and take it away? Oh, MR6 Doors, a little bit of a mistake there, and he's just letting the drivers through. Which he can do. He can do, of course. They are his teammates. Top 5 are separated by 1.5 tenths. That's exceptionally close between the 2 teams. Trevisio's a little bit further back, but it's not much of a gap. He's only 3.5 tenths down. Ruddo's 4 tenths off. Sid Barrett a little bit further back, as well as Hill Climb Racer. Cal as well, only 6 tenths off. And then the 3 drivers at the back, a little bit gapped to the rest of the field. So that's Kaya THK, Super Fast, and JPH. So those are the 3 who are a little bit gapped at the moment. But there's going to be battles all over the circuit, really. It has to be said for this race. A lot of aggressive action, no doubt. Just with Marky Boy with those yellow tyres that he's got there. Oh, he's got a little bit onto the curb and round he goes. That's the danger, that's the worry. You've got to be careful at this circuit. The curbs do bite back, and he's just gone off at turn 6. And you can see the damage that's visual damage only, of course, the damage that's occurred there to the car. Also must be stated, there's no fuel or tyre wear in these 20-minute sprint races, so drivers can go full on, flat out from the get-go, and that start's going to be crucial. NM1M's now up to 3rd, so Hirakram's still got provisional pole with just under 3 minutes to go now, but the top 5 separated by 0.151 of a second, and Ruswald has got himself within 2.5 tenths as well now. So the top 6 not covered by much at all. The whole grid, in fact, is not covered by much at all. Kaya THK is actually the 12th driver within 1 second. Super Fast is 1.001, so he's practically right there too. So still a few minutes to go left in the session. Just cut onto the sort of external cam. MR6 Doors getting a little bit sideways. Clips over that sort of curb there as he goes around the penultimate corner. Just got to make sure that he keeps it clean and consistent, and it's the same for all of these drivers. Got to keep it clean and consistent in tonight's race. It's all about the points. Individual glory, not really the key focus for the drivers tonight, although I'm certain some of them will be absolutely very happy if they got that. VLX has now just gone up to second. Wow. Wow, the top three, actually the top four now are separated by 7/100ths of a second. NM1M's going quicker as well on this lap, so let's see how he gets on as he goes into the third to last corner. He's drifted wide, and maybe the commentator's curse said goodbye to him as he went off the circuit. Unfortunate for NM1M, he was on a purple sector there. But just under a minute to go now. NXTGEN currently have the front row locked out, but Club100 have the second row locked out. In fact, they come 2 by 2 almost until they get to MR6 doors. So let's see any further improvements now in these last few laps. One of the Club100 drivers there has just gone a little bit off circuit. I wasn't certain who that was. That's going to compromise them for this next lap, this final lap actually that they're going to have. Sid Barrett's up to 7th. Hill Climb Racers in 8th. Trevisio, he's in 9th. Cal in 10th at the moment for Club100. Ruddo's 11th. Kaya's there, Supra's there, and then JPH. Still more time to find, and in fact I say more time to find. He's pulled into the pits, or rather he's pulled to the side of the road, and that's it for him. So no more improvements from JPH. Kaya just coming round now this final corner. Qualifying is over. Just watch the drivers now come towards the line. Here comes Kaya. Nope, that's it for Kaya. He can't improve. Supra's already done. Another Club100 driver going across the line there. Didn't see an improvement. What about Ruddo? Can he improve? No, he can't. Doesn't look like there's anyone else potentially. Cal's on a lap. We're still on, well, rather we're following him at the moment. Another Club100 driver ahead. NM1M has gone provisional pole. He's snatched it right at the end. No one else is on a lap, I don't believe, but he's got provisional pole for Club100. A fantastic effort from him right at the end of the session. A 1 minute 4.8. He's got 4/100ths to Hirokram in second. VLX is within a 10th of that as well. So VLX Sparks is third. MR6 Doors has improved up to 4th. So good news for NXTGEN. They're second, third and 4th on the grid. That's going to isolate NM1M. 5th is Ruswald. 6th is Sid Barrett. So a bit of support potentially from those two drivers. NM1M's going to need that. Hill Climb Racer, he's doing some donuts. He's in 7th. Trevisio, he's in 8th place for Club100. Cal's 9th. Ruddo is in 10th. Super Fast Bobby is 11th. JPH in 12th. And obviously Kaya THK and Marky Boy both return to the pits. So where they will be placed on the grid, we'll soon find out. Jordan just putting a message in the little chat box there, just telling the drivers to go past Sector 1 to claim their grid spots. And sure enough, all the drivers have responded to that now. So you can see the two Club100 drivers of Marky and Kaya just getting themselves past Sector 1. Not long. Sector 1 only consists of 2 corners, really. You can see just Marky and Kaya just sorting themselves out. There they go, past that timing beam. So Kaya's up to 12th on the grid, and Marky Boy in 4th. So going to be a really, really fascinating race session, this one. Marky Boy doing a big slide into the wall. And here we go then. So the first race of the Club100 versus NXTGEN Racing Team v Team is underway. This is going to be fantastic. Here we go then. 20-minute race for the two teams. Lots of points on offer. A very mixed grid. It's going to be absolutely fascinating to see which team comes out on top for these races. And here we go then. And the race is live here from Blue Moon Speedway, and we've just realised that the final lap count has been set to 1. So, not exactly certain what's happened with the lobby there. So it's a 1 lap sprint in this case. How that one's worked out, I'm not quite certain. But away the drivers go. We may as well commentate on this, of course. Oh, a lot of action and collisions going on in the background there. A lot of drama. A couple of more Club 100 drivers just getting punted into the wall at turn number 4. Hiracram's just hassling NM1M at the minute. Just going through the order there. Jordan, I think, yeah, just resetting the grid. Seems to be an issue. And I will exit as well. And sometimes these things happen. Sometimes errors do occur, and everyone's exited straight out, which is really, really good. And we should be able to get the grids sorted pretty much immediately. MR6 doors just calling Jordan a spanner. Obviously, good friendly joke in between the two. And we will wait before the grid gets reset, of course. So there we go. Jordan's now reset that. And then he'll have the wonderful job of now trying to tell everyone to enter into the lobby, which they are doing. Everyone's driving out on circuit, so that should sort out any of the rest of the issues. And then he can manually reset the grid. Not a difficult process, setting the grid. The only difficulties really that are involved are if JPH can remember which drivers are in the correct positions. It was a 1, 2, 3, 4 slot, so it went from, I believe it was NM1M who was on provisional pole, then we had Hiracram, that was your first and second, and then it was a NXTGEN driver in third, followed by another Club 100 driver in 4th place. So JPH will be just trying to sort that out. So I hope he's got his screenshots where he can go through all of that. So we'll just wait to see how the drivers are getting themselves ready. Might as well get some number of laps in. Marky Boy just saying resume quali order, and I believe that's what exactly will be happening really. Shouldn't be too much of an issue to sort out. So, Jordan with the little comment in the box there. Just have a quick one just to see. Take 2 starting now. That's good to see. There we go. Jordan has now sorted that out. And Trevisio doing a little slide just as he comes round that difficult double left-hander. So, take 2 starts now. Jordan's absolutely correct. Let's see how we get on for this second attempt, shall we say, on the grid. Everyone is back in position where they should be. What will happen in the next 20 minutes in this team versus team? We've got 20 minutes on the right hand side. Here come the numbers. And the race is live here from Blue Moon Bay Speedway, and it's a good start from NM1M. He's got Hiracram just behind him. The NXTGEN driver's trying to float around him, but here comes Marky Boy in 4th place. Looking towards the inside for turn number 1. VLX Sparks just trying to defend that, just trying to keep the NXTGEN drivers ahead. Here comes Hiracram. He's got to move up the inside of NM1M. I think he ran a little bit wide, a little bit of contact, but through goes Hiracram. He's into the lead. NM1M's in second. Here comes Marky Boy. He's on the outside for turn number 4. That's brave. Cuts right in front of VLX Sparks. It's a fantastic move. Marky Boy up to third. VLX Sparks is fourth. Ruswald's fifth. Sid Barrett's sixth. MR6 Doors hasn't had the best start since his 70s. He's getting challenged now by Trevisio as they go through this next corner. There seems to be a lot of ghosting, and that's NM1M who's gone round. What has happened to him? NM1M, the pole position man, has dropped from 1st to 13th. It's a disaster. He's got a lot of work to do. Ruddo is down in 14th as well. He seems to have been gapped by the pack, so something has happened to him with those blue alloys. But let's back out, just come back in so we can get those driver options. Hirakram leads the way, and boy does he have a gap. He's got 1.6 to Marky Boy, who's under threat big style from VLX Sparks. Let's go on board with Ruswald. You can watch this. VLX on the inside. It's got a good run, but Marky Boy on that outside line used to open up the steering a little bit more, and sure enough VLX has to slot back in. A little bit of contact between the two. VLX Sparks has just slowed there, and the problem with that is that he's let Ruswald straight through. Good sportsmanship from VLX Sparks just to back off, because he did hit the back of Marky Boy, but the problem is he's lost a spot now. Hill Climb Racer right in there. Oh, he's got to be careful. He's gone way too deep on the brakes. Round goes one of the... Oh, no. One of the Club 100s. There's another car who's gone round as well. It's all... Oh, it's all kicking off now. Trevisio's absolutely sideways. He's been hit by super fast. Oh, dear. This is not exactly what we wanted. All carnage and chaos. The 3 Club 100 drivers almost going side by side. Lot of contact happened there. All means that NM1M's got himself up to 7th after all this. He was 13th a lap ago. Absolute chaos. I'm not certain what happened, but VLX Sparks went round himself. I think it was I can't remember which driver it was. It was a NXTGEN driver who went way too deep on the brakes. That was that. He sent one of the Club 100 drivers around. I think it was Marky Boy. He's not going to be pleased. Sid Barrett's down in 12th. He was running in the top 5 earlier as well. Meanwhile, Hirakram's gone. The battle for first place is over in that respect, but the battle for second isn't, because Ruswald has only got 3.5 tenths to MR6 Doors with those white alloys representing the NXTGEN livery there. So, got a lot of work to do as Ruswald. He's got to try and defend as much as he can and try and help the other Club 100 drivers catch up now. A little bit of lag going on in the lobby as well. Not ideal. Doors just scraping up against the barrier as he went around the final corner there, absolutely pushing the car to its limit. Is he close enough for a move up the inside? They're going to ride on the floor camera with him. He's looking for a move up the inside. It's going to be brave to try and go up the inside. There's 2 lines through this corner. You can go through side by side. Doors, though, looks like he's got the line for the corner. He's on the inside, Ruswald on the outside, and sure enough, Ruswald brakes, and up into second goes Doors. So it's a NXTGEN 1-2 at the moment. Good performance for NXTGEN, but still a lot of work to do. We're only 4 minutes into this session. There's still another 16 to go. Hill Climb Racer running in 4th. He's had a big punt from behind. You can see all the scratches on the back of his car, and the paintwork's all been flecked off. There's Kaya, he's running in 5th, Trevisio is in 6th, NM1M, looking for a way past his teammates. And a bit of Club 100 tactics really should be to let him through, because he is the fastest driver during that qualifying session, so certainly got the speed as NM1M, and he might be able to latch onto a top 4, maybe even a podium. Seems to definitely have that speed. A little bit further forward, it looks like there's a battle going on between Ruswald and MR6 Doors again. Approaching turn number 1, looked like Ruswald just backed off a little bit there. Didn't want to take the initiative to MR6 Doors. There's Hill Climb Racer, there's Kaya, so NM1M now has got past Trevisio. Seemed like a telegraphed move, that one, on the track radar. Super is in 8th, VLX down in 9th after starting in the top 4. There's Cal in 10th, Marky Boy recovering from the top incident from earlier on when he was running in the top 4. Ruddo is 12th. Sid Barrett got his hazard lights on. He's in 13th. And then Jordan running around at the back in 14th currently. Not really at the races at the moment is JPH in terms of the battling. As you could see, the 2 Club 100 drivers really getting involved with themselves there. Marky Boy and Cal really fighting door to door, and they need to work together really. Club 100, they need to try and get ahead of everyone, needs to try and fight their way past these next gen drivers if they can. NM1N has also got past Kaya, so now he's got 1.4 to try and make up on Hill Climb Racer. Putting a good shift as well is Mr. Hill Climb, but how will he get on with NM1M, who's scything through the field? He's up to 5th, and he set a fastest, or rather a personal best lap time of 1 minute 5.2. That's only 3/10 behind Hirokram's best lap so far, and Hirokram's got a clear track as opposed to NM1M, so that just shows you how quick he's performing. Hill Climbs Racer, he's certainly not setting bad lap times by any stretch of the imagination, but he's going to have a job to do to try and block the provisional pole man, so going to be an interesting fight, that one. Ruswald and MR6 Doors are fighting hammer and tongue at the moment for that 2nd place, and this is going to help the cars behind. They're going to have a very good opportunity to potentially catch up if they keep fighting as hard as they are doing. Marky Boy's just snatched fastest lap, so that's a 1 minute 4.9 from Marky Boy. He's got that lap time. Let's see how Ruswald does. He's got the inside line approaching turn number 1. He's just set fastest lap as well, so good lap from him. Up the inside, job done, really clean. Oh, and Marky Boy has left the lobby, that's a shame. I said earlier he wasn't happy with what happened. He probably has gone off and left. He's probably not pleased with the driving standards during that incident. So, unfortunate for Club 100, they've lost a member. They're going to lose points on that one, but hopefully they'll be able to gain it elsewhere. So, Ruswald holding that Club 100 flag high at the moment in 2nd place. Doors just looking all around him at the minute. He's in 3rd. Hill Climb Racer's still in 4th, but NM has joined him now. I did say it wouldn't be long before he did. What can he do? Can he do anything? Can he make a challenge potentially for 4th place? Can he get past him before we get to the end of the lap? He's got a decent run coming out of the final corner. And here he goes. He's in the slipstream. He's certainly going to have a very, very good run. You can see Ruswald and MR6 Doors are fighting again. I think MR6 Doors got past him on the inside. Here comes NM1M then. He's on the inside approaching turn number 1. Looks like a good clean move so far, and sure enough he brakes a lot later, takes his own line through the corner. Does NM1M. That's fantastic. It was so simple for him to do. He's up to 4th, so he now will go after Ruswald. He certainly will want his teammate up front to just keep fighting MR6 Doors. These two are having a fantastic fight at the moment, slipstreaming one another, making sure they're putting on a spectacle for the fans that are watching at the moment. Hill Climb still in 5th, Trevisio in 6th, Kaya in 7th, VLX Sparks is up to 8th now. So the next gen drivers sort of scattered through the field. Super Fast Bobby's in 9th, then Ruddo and Cal are currently side by side. Cal on the inside, there's going to be a little bit of door banging, there is, and as into the wall goes Ruddo. Cal's just going to take that opportunity straight up the inside and up to 11th. Bit of door banging there going on between the two drivers, not great, but the move is complete and Cal is up to 11th. So what about the drivers up at the front in that battle for 2nd? MR6 Doors still ahead of Ruswald on this lap, but they've swapped 4 times already. I'm fairly certain there's going to be more swapping of positions with the remaining 10 minutes and 40 to go. MR6 Doors still got their 2nd place. Hirokram's now got a 4-second gap effectively, of just under 4 seconds. He's checked out. He has absolutely checked out, his Hirokram. And probably setting laps up. Oh, big slide from MR6 Doors. I thought he'd gone round. He just held it together. Is that going to promote an opportunity for Ruswald? It's not. It's not. And Ruswald's not actually close enough to challenge MR6 Doors going into turn 1. So, at the moment, MR6 Doors just leading in this battle for supremacy for 2nd at the moment. What about NM1M? Is he making any inroads? Another good lap last time out, 1 minute 4.9, half a second quicker than Ruswald. So give it 4 laps, he should be on the back of his teammates. He's only a 10th or so quicker than MR6 doors that last lap, so going to be a bit of an effort to do. Hillclimb Racers still running in 5th. It's a good performance from him. He'll be pleased with this so far. Trevisio's in 6th. He's got a little bit of a gap now to VLX Sparks, who's up to 7th. He's got past Kaya THK. Sid Barrett's 3.5 seconds back in 9th. He's got Super Fast right on the back of him in 10th currently. Representing Next Gen, Super Fast Bobby. It's quite close between the drivers at the moment. So little battles just all over the field. Ruddo's got back ahead of Cal after the sort of door banging that happened earlier on. JPH rounded that final corner at the moment. Probably not having the funnest time of his life at the moment. Probably staring into the sunset thinking, when will this race end? So, back to the front. Hirocram's actually lost a bit of time. He was 4 seconds up to 3.2. So MR6 Doors has got a dilemma. He can either keep pushing and close that gap to Hirocram to support his teammate and take Ruswald with him, or try and put the brakes on a little bit and keep that Club 100 driver behind as he goes a little bit sideways, did Ruswald then. Really, you can see how eager the driver is to get onto the back of MR6 Doors, and he's just compromised himself out of the corner there, and he's lost a little bit of time going through turns 7 and 8. And again, he's just not close enough to lodge any form of attack on the back of MR6 Doors at the moment. It's almost stalemate between the two. They're driving very, very well, very equal in terms of performance, in terms of the drivers. You can see the slipstream closes, but it's not closing enough. He's not close enough. So let's wait and see. Still enough time for him to keep on the pressure with MR6. There's NM1M, hasn't made the progress I thought he would. In 4th place. Hillclimb Racers in 5th. Trevisio's in 6th. He's got VLX Sparks now hounding the back of him. And VLX Sparks going a 10th quicker on that lap. Or rather that sector. There's Kaya, he's in 8th. Sid now on his own in 9th. Super Fast is on his own in 10th. So the bottom from 9th to 13th, they're sort of on their own now. The battles are happening elsewhere on the grid. Trevisio's under pressure from VLX Sparks, but we're going to cut back to 2nd place because Ruswald is a lot closer this time. This is a better run from the Club 100 driver. He's gone to the inside early and he's not picking up the toe, which is actually quite a surprise. I would have expected Ruswald to have gone straight past him there usually, but no, he's decided against it and he slots himself back in. What about VLX? Yes, VLX is going for a move up the inside. So, and he can do it on the brakes. Brakes a little bit later. Trevisio looking for that cutback. I don't think he's going to quite get there. No, he doesn't. And so, VLX Sparks moves up into 6th place. A point gained for the Next Gen team. A point lost, unfortunately, for Club 100. So, oh, that's a little bit of a mistake from Hillclimb Racer just up ahead. That will cost him a little bit of time. I don't think he hit the wall. But you see the gap has visibly closed now, and that gap's gone to 1.5 seconds. It was a bit more than that before, it was about 2.5. So Trevisio will hoping he can keep up with VLX Sparks and give it a really good shot at taking another position. What about Doors? Has he got enough of a gap? Not quite. Ruswald still putting him under pressure, but still not taking the slipstream. I wonder if he's planning on a late attack so that he could be in front going onto the final lap and then hold Doors off on the approach to the line. It'd be a good tactic if he does. And M1M still in 4th, Hillclimb 5th, VLX 6th. Trevisio's in 7th still. And no real changes anywhere else. Ruddo and Superfast are now quite close on circuit. Both part of the Next Gen setup. But I don't think they're going to race themselves too hard. They've got 2 seconds to Cal, the final Club 100 driver at the moment. But oh, Hal's just gone off into the wall at turn 4. Not ideal. There's JPH, 6 seconds back now. Wonder what song he's singing in his head to get himself home to the rest of the race. Back to this battle for 2nd. MR6 still holding off, and again Ruswold doing exactly the same tactic as he's done each single time, just taking that inside line, not taking the slipstream. And I do genuinely believe now that he's got a plan. Got a plan, and he's not afraid to use it potentially with a lap to go. He's going to time this if he can, but his last few laps have been really well executed in terms of the exit off that turn 10 final corner. The climb races in 50s. Losing time to VLX. Oh, VLX has gone straight into the... Oh, no, he hasn't. There's a bit of lag there. I thought VLX had just binned it at turn 3. Hill climb's gone wide again at turn 4. He's got to be wary of that. VLX followed him through. These two have to remember that this is a team race, as will the other Club 100 drivers as well. They don't want to be fighting too much because they might present an opportunity to Treviso, who will certainly take it if presented with a sniff of an opportunity. Actually had a very good exit there, did Treviso, out of the hairpin. He looks like he's got a good line through the final corner. It's not quite close enough to threaten VLX Sparks going into turn 1, but he's going to be in his dull mirrors, so VLX will be aware of that. Just having a quick scan through, you see where the drivers are. Still 3 minutes to go now in the session, about 3 laps potentially for these drivers. NM1M hasn't made the progress we thought he would. Seems to have had a few good laps and a few off laps, so compare and contrast really. But he's done very well as NM1, and it has to be mentioned, you know, considering that he fell to 13th on the opening stages of this race, and he's climbed right the way back up to 4th. Unfortunate what happened, and whether he would have won this race we won't know now, sadly, but it's a good recovery drive, and Club 100 certainly going to need those additional points for 4th place. Ruswold's still running in the slipstream, and Heracram's lost more time as well now. Heracram's now only 2.3 ahead. He's still got 2 minutes 25 to go. That would be good for 3 laps for these drivers, but Heracram's just got to keep his pace up. He doesn't want to throw it away for next gen now with only 2 minutes to go in a session, so a bit of concentration maybe weighing in for Heracram. Just needs to keep it up. Doors still under pressure from Ruswold. He's putting in a fantastic shift for Club 100 here. He's really putting the pressure on the next gen driver. Is he going to be anywhere near close enough on the brakes into the hairpin? Not quite. We're going to ride on the effective roof camera. Obviously there'll be a bit of tactics going on between the drivers. They will have planned how this would operate during the sort of practice sessions earlier on in the week. Bit of lag going on for Doors there as he goes through the final corner, and you can see Ruswold is close enough for a move. Again, he's got a good exit coming out of the final corner. Gap's now below 3 tenths, but he's not making a move. So will he leave it for the final lap? And in fact, you can see he's blipping the throttle is Ruswold. So has he got it set up potentially? This is fascinating to see how Ruswold's going to play this one out. NM1M still 4th. Hill climb racer getting a big twitch on under the brakes. I did mention that earlier on during the session that turn 1's very difficult for braking management. VLX is 6th. Treviso's 7th. Sid Barrett and Kaya quite close together for the Club 100 drivers. Ruddo's in 10th now. He's got ahead of Supra, who's quite far ahead of Cal, who's even further ahead of JPH 99. So not long to go now in this session, and this will be the final lap for a couple of drivers, but the guys at the front, they still have a bit more to go. So let's see. Ruswold not close enough on this lap, I don't think, to get that slipstream. Ride on board with him. Oh, actually Doors hit the wall there, didn't need to. That's going to promote an opportunity for Ruswold. Here he comes then, right in the slipstream as he approaches turn 1. Doors has gone defensive, but Ruswold's trying to go around the outside. That's very, very brave. I don't think he's going to make it, and he doesn't quite do so. But that was a really good attempt. But there's still the rest of the lap to go, and you can see Ruswold's not going to give up at any point. Here we go then, through turn 4. Oh, Doors has got a little bit wide. That's a chance for Ruswold. What is he going to do? Is he going to have to defend? He is defending. On the outside goes Ruswald then. He's on the outside line through the turn 6 hairpin. He looked for a switchback, but he couldn't quite make it. NM1M, in the meantime, is closing the gap all the while. Ruswald looking for every potential advantage that he can get, but he's not quite close enough. To come round the final corner now, I don't think Ruswald's going to be close enough, but we're going to cut back to the man who's going to win this race, because Hirakram has been in a world of his own. Absolutely fantastic result for him in Next Gen. Hirakram takes the victory here at Blue Moon Bay Speedway. Brilliant result. Dawes holds on for second. Ruswald is third. NM1M takes fourth. Great recovery drive for him. Hill Climb Racer followed by VLX in 56 of the Next Gen drivers. Trevisio, Sid and Kaya have just come in as well. And those are the results confirmed. What a fantastic race that was. So, Hirakram with the race victory. That's a good result for Next Gen on that one. They're going to be pleased with that performance. But there's still time to go for Club 100. This is far from over. We've still got another race left to go in the championship, so to speak. So, let's have a tally of the scores. At the moment, I believe we're using the Next Gen calculation for points. So I will be just quickly working this out. It was a really well measured drive though from Hirakram. You know, he got ahead early on, drove off into the distance, and that was it. Wasn't threatened at all. So Next Gen have scored 80 points in that race. What about Club 100? What have they scored? So, a quick tally. I think that race could have been a lot different as well. I think Marky Boy was really unfortunate. It's a shame that he left, but he was obviously frustrated with what had happened on the opening laps. So Next Gen currently on 80 points, and Club 100 are on 63 at the moment, so 17 points in it. That's not a lot. That can all change, especially with the second circuit and car combination. So 10-minute break for everyone to have a bit of a gap. Maybe Ruswald was a bit wary about the internet, because we did see a bit of lag for MR6 Dawes, so might have been a few problems there, but he was coasting. Was it tactical? Was it not? We don't know. We'll soon find out. So the track's just been changed. So you'll see that we're at Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagiwa. As we wait for the lobby to load in there. Slipstream time, indeed it is. And the race will start in 5 minutes time, so let's see how the drivers get on for that. Also going to switch my car into the Roadster. Just going to quickly go to track just to give you an idea of Kyoto Driving Park Yamagiwa. Yeah, and there we go. That's just confirming what I was saying during the lobby and during that race. Ruswald was planning a last lap attack and just got his line wrong. So here we are at Kyoto Driving Park Yamagiwa, obviously based in Japan, in the Hita Prefecture, and it's got a lot of history as the Hita Prefecture, a lot of different events that have happened over many thousand years, obviously in terms of Japan's Supreme Court, but our focus currently is on this really, really technical and fast-flowing circuit. You can see I'm just running in the Euros Roadster, as it's known over in Japan, of course, but we all know it as the Mazda MX-5 here in the United Kingdom and in Europe. So see how the track sort of undulates in certain parts. A lot of heavy braking going on as we brake now down into this very difficult left-hander. I've just bottled it on the brakes, so I'll just go a quick jump over the chicane there. Not ideal. But that's one thing to note about the Roadster, is that its brakes are not that fantastic. You can see VLX Sparks actually is just behind me at the moment. I will get out of his way once he goes onto a lap. Don't want to get in anyone's way during their practice runs. Got this little sort of right-left chicane is very, very tight on the corner. You'll see it just tightens up. I'm just going to pull right out of the way. You can see Slow Super, I think, is there as well, or rather Sid Barrett. So I'm going to get out of his way as well. And then I'm going to take you on a lap. So Jordan's just changed his settings because it seemed to be a issue with tuning, but that's been turned off now. So we'll ride on board. It's a brilliant car. It's fantastic to drive. Racing hard tyres though for this one, so the car's going to understeer like a Vauxhall Vectra VXR from back in 2005. So we're on the straight now, coming down into turn number 1. 4th gear left-hander. Sort of a very long left-hander, sort of a later apex to get on the power. Then we come through in what can only be described as sort of a double chicane, really. You've got this quick flip left and then flip right, and then another left-right again. Some of the drivers will be able to take that flat out. Obviously, I don't want to crash, so a little bit of a lift. But in 5th gear, it's now we come towards this another long left-hander. Down on the brakes in 4th. Couple of lines in the GT Sport original tracks, and this is the same. You can take a wider line, take a tighter line like I've done, through 4th gear. So we've got through turns 7 and 8, and then down this big dip towards the next corner. Hard on the brakes in 2nd gear. Brakes aren't fantastic in the MX-5. A little bit of a clip over the curb, which is what the drivers have got to be wary of. Got VLX Sparks just behind me, so I'm going to move out of the way. Don't want to get in the way. I don't really want to give anyone a slipstream on. It's the last thing I want to do. And then down the gears into this very tricky left-hander, turn number 13. Fortunately, the Mazda doesn't have enough power under its hood at 205 horsepower, so won't be too much tail-happy action going on. Down into the right-left chicane. It's very difficult. You see how the corner tightens up on exit there. And then the final corner at turn 16, hard on the brakes. 3rd gear, maybe even 2nd, just to get the car turned round. And that is a lap of Kyoto Driving Park Yamagiwa. I haven't gone particularly fast because, hey, I haven't practiced and I'm not part of the racing. That's for these guys in front to do. So here I am currently in 1st position at the moment in terms of just these practice runs. And qualifying is due to start in any moment. So, actually I say qualifying, it's actually the reverse grid. So, the drivers have got a job on their hands. Now, it is, just like the first race, a 1-2 for NXTGEN and Club 100. Except this time, it will be NXTGEN on pole position. Jordan finished last in that race in the Blue Moon Bay Speedway, so he will be starting on pole and alongside Cal 401. So going to be interesting to see how the drivers further down the field get on. It's going to be an absolute slipstream fest. And Jordan's just said race starting in 2 minutes, so we're going to be there shortly. This is going to be a really, really good race to watch. It's going to be a lot of action as the time just ticks over to 9:28 British Standard Time. So we should be ready at 9:30, 20-minute race, and we should be finished just before 10 o'clock, which will be quite good for those who will probably be staying up past their bad time at this moment. So drivers just getting a little bit of practice out in the few laps that they can do. So Sid Barrett, a little bit of a peculiar time and beam going on there, but VLX Sparks currently 1st, Hirokram 2nd, Sid Barrett showing quite well. They see the new sort of liveries that are on the MX-5s. Obviously you could see that this time the Club 100 car is more predominantly red, with that little gradient of black. It's a fantastic livery for Club 100, it has to be said. Next Gen's livery as well, they got that gradient too, little checkered flag added onto the orange and black and turquoise scheme. Fantastic liveries from Jordan there. Really, really well done. They look excellent on the cars tonight. I'm fairly certain the drivers will appreciate them. So everyone just getting themselves into position. Difference this time in terms of how to identify the drivers. You could see on some cars, looking at the next gen drivers in particular, look at the side mirrors, the passenger mirrors. VLX Sparks, obviously you can see the green. Hirakram, conveniently is slowed, but you can see MR6 has got the white there on this side. The tyres, the wheels, yes, they are also coloured in too. You can see the differences with the blue and the white between MR6 doors and Ruddo, and that's exactly the same for Club 100. The tyres are different. You see Cal's got black wheels there. You can see NM, 1M, he's got those orange wheels and the orange sort of side mirrors as well. So we're still waiting for Jordan just to set this grid. It's going to be really, really interesting, you know. 17 points is the difference between Next Gen leading currently in Lobby 1. And Marky Boy has rejoined, which is good to see. So, now that Marky Boy has rejoined, will that mean he gets set as first place for Club 100? I know everyone at Club 100 will be certainly supporting that idea. In the interests of fairness, he did retire, so in theory he should be starting P1. So that would be fantastic if he was, and then Jordan would be starting second. And I'm glad Marky Boy has returned. I really am pleased with that. That's good to see. Got a good few numbers of people watching in the chat room at the moment, so I have a comment to just say who you believe is going to potentially win this race. You could say it's going to be Marky's going to be at the back. Okay, so that's how that's played out. So Marky will be starting from the back of the grid, and that was discussed with Gino. So that's been discovered and sorted on that one. So, okay. Jordan starting from P1 then, so he'll be happy with that. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'll let you figure that one out. Jordan's now set the room. So we should be good to go in a moment. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how the drivers who are going to be from the back, so Hirakram and NM1M, how they're going to get on. Let's not forget as well, Ruswald, he finished, you know, he was always fighting on the back of MR6 doors. Trevisio's now just gone up to third place. That's a very good lap time actually. Top four separated by just over a tenth. It's going to be very, very close. So an hour and 9 minutes we've been going for now. Sid Barrett in fifth. I have to say the Club 100 livery is really superb. Really, really nice livery. Lovely fade to black. I like the blue. I do like the blue. I do like the blue accents that have been applied to that next gen livery. I do think it's a really, really nice design. And that's what we needed. The race starting now from JPH as Ruddo slams into the wall at turn number 15. Here we go then. What a second race we have on our hands. Gonna be fascinating. As we go into the race. Race 2 between Next Gen Racing and Club 100. Who's going to come out on top in Lobby 1? We are just moments away. So, JPH starting on pole position. Cal is second, Superfast is third, Ruddo fourth, Kaya fifth, and Sid sixth. Those are your top six. Going to be absolutely fascinating. 20 minutes on the right hand side. Here come the numbers. And the race is live here from Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagiwa, and it's a decent start from Jordan. He's got himself into the lead. He's managed to maintain his position. Cal looking for a potential opportunity up the inside, but I don't think it's going to come. So Cal's second, super fast is third. Kaya's fourth. He's got the outside line at turn one. Little bit of door rubbing as they go through turn one, but Ruddo is in fourth. What about Kaya and Sid? They're going to be side by side going through the double chicane. That's not where they want to be at this moment in time. And sure enough, they slot themselves back in to single file formation. Oh, hill climb race has just gone very wide there. He's going to try. Oh no, he's gone. Someone's gone into the background. It's Hirakram. Hirakram, the race winner, has gone into the wall. Absolute disaster for Hirakram. He's not going to be happy about that. But JPH now is under pressure at the front from Cal 401. Oh, there's contact. Cal, what happened there between the two drivers? Cal's still on the inside as they approach turn number, I think it's number 9 actually, as they go into, and that was free wide for the other drivers. There's cars cutting all over the curve. Jordan holding everyone up, and sure enough, Cal now trying to get up the inside. Here comes Ruddo, here comes Superfast, here comes the whole grid. Might as well just say there's about 1 million cars on circuit right now. Ruddo up the inside, there's a bit of contact between the two. Cal's been sent, someone's gone flying off the circuit. I fear to say that that's Jordan who's gone flying off. But Ruddo has come out of that in the lead. Then everyone else is second at this point as they come towards the chicane. This is going to be very, very tight. Cal on the outside. There's a car that's gone round. There's 2, 3, 4, 5 cars all in the wall. It's all gone horribly wrong. Oh dear, that was always never going to work, and Cal is going to be super frustrated at what he's just experienced. VLX Sparks went round as well. Super Fast is down to 12th. Ruswald's 11th. Hirakram's up to 10th now. Got back up with Jordan. So, take a breath, because at the moment no one else can. Because look at this, it's an absolutely train of MX5s. Sid Barrett up the inside. Trevisio's absolutely jumped up the inside as well. He's on the inside of his own teammate and he's up into the lead. That's a fantastic overtake. Superb from Trevisio. Superb, but this is still free wide. The drivers are going to have to be very, very careful. I think that's Kaya who's gone sideways, or NM1M. No, there's another car into the wall now. That's one of the next gen drivers. So Sid Barrett, this is absolutely incredible. Kaya second, but no, here comes Trevisio. He's now up into third. Can't close the door because here comes Ruddo up into third now. It's all action here at Kyoto Driving Park. This is fantastic at the moment. ML6 doors just on the inside of Kaya. Can he get the move sorted cleanly? Yes, he does. And Marky Boy's just a little bit of a punt from his own teammate there, just a helpful nudge. Hirakram's managed to help himself onto the back of the queue. I did fear that Hirakram wasn't going to lodge himself back onto the slipstream, but he's done it. Look at the sight ahead of us. Oh, there's contact again. That looked like Marky Boy had all gone. Oh, it's all... Oh dear, there's more contact. Round goes a number of drivers. I think Marky Boy's gone round again. Yeah. Marky Boy, I think Marky Boy actually went too hot on the brakes and started all that off. He's just been passed by VLX Sparks and Cal. ML6 doors down in 11th now. So, take another breath everyone, because as it stands, Trevisio leads the way. I said in practice he looked very quick, and sure enough he's leading the race for the Club 100. He's going to be happy with that yellow helmet. Just sets him apart from everyone else for Trevisio. Second place at the moment is Ruddo, putting that pressure on for him. He needs to stay there for next gen, trying to protect their points lead in lobby 1 at the moment. You can see Ruddo's all over the back of the rear spoiler of Trevisio at the moment. Trevisio really doing everything he can. Look how close they are as we ride on board with Ruddo. Trevisio exceptional defending at the moment. He's on the inside. Don't think Ruddo's going to make it around the outside at turn number 7 and 8. Is he going to look to get a good slipstream? He has, as they approach turn 9. He's going to look to the inside. Nope. Closes the door. There's Trevisio. He's entitled to do that. He moved that way. On the brakes. And Trevisio still leads. So, good driving from the two. Ruddo getting a little bit sideways. And that's just promoted NM1M. I can't say his name repetitively. He's up into second place now as NM. Really, really good driving. He's got a little bit wide though as NM. Got to be careful because Ruddo's on his inside now. But I think NM1M's just got back in front. So Club 100 now got a 1-2. Kaya in 4th place. Got a bit of work to do. Can he make it a 1-2-3? for Club 100. Ruswold's in 5th, so 6th is Sid Barrett. This is a fantastic showing for Club 100. They picked this circuit, and I think NXTGEN just trying to get themselves sorted out. It's Heracram and, well, I was going to say Hill Climb Racer was going to go through them, but Superfast decided no. So further through the field, Ruddo has now got the lead thanks to this incredible slipstream and battle up front. This is absolutely wonderful to watch. Trevisio's now down to 4th after leading the race for about 2 laps. We're going to ride with Kaya because he's got the best view of everyone at the moment, and he's briefly had fastest lap, but that's now gone Heracram's way. So here we are then coming up towards turn 6, 7. You can see we're with Trevisio at the moment. He's trying to watch and plan a move, trying to isolate Ruddo, who is very much isolated. Is he going to look for the inside? He is! He's on the inside! Great move! What a move! That was a fantastically choreographed move between the two Club 100 drivers. They went left and right of Ruddo and they're through. So, in one sweeping move, Club 100 have got 1-2 back. So Ruddo clips that curb. Bit of messy driving between the Club 100 drivers, and Ruddo straight back up the inside. Bit of aggressive blocking from Trevisio. Bit too much maybe. And now there's 3 wide going through the little kink at turn number 12. This is brilliant to watch. Look at this train. Ruswold's joined, Sid Barrett's joined, Heracram's joined, Superfast is now on the back of it, Hill Climb Racer's right there. We've got a 9-car slipstream battle for potentially first place. Superfast and Hill Climb just need to latch onto the back of Heracram if they can. Further at the front, the Club 100 drivers are absolutely fighting for position. Ruswold's just overtook Kaya, we've just watched that. But this is absolutely slipstream valley at the moment. Ruddo still looking for a move. He's not going to get past. He's got 2 red Mazdas currently blocking him. He's trying to look for a middle move. Nope, not happening there. Hasn't been able to get through. Ruswold just watching what's going on. He's got Kaya right behind him. He's run too wide as Ruswold has a little bit of an opportunity for Kaya to come through. A side by side for the corner. That's going to promote Sid Barrett with an opportunity. Heracram's right there as well. And Hill Climb and Superfast have been fighting themselves, so they're still not on this fight where they should be for NXTGEN. They need to get up the field. Heracram now, that's his opportunity, straight up the inside, up to 6th. Leans on Ruswold, up to 5th. So, Ruddo, who's been isolated for the first 5 laps of this race, looks like he's just about to have a teammate come and join him. NM1M, though, still has the lead. Trevisio in second, doing his best at blocking at the moment. Trevisio really going hammer and tongs, keeping this 1-2 for Club 100 at the moment. These points are so important right now. See Ruddo trying to go around the outside, but Trevisio blocks that line. Sid Barrett still there in 4th. Ruswold's got past Heracram, so Heracram's up to 6th. Kaya's 7th. Hill Climb Racers now joined in the fun in this slipstream battle, and he might just have an opportunity against Kaya here. He's on the... Oh, he's looking for the inside. He's got the move now. Later on the brakes, but I think he's gone too wide. Sure enough, he has done. And Kaya's straight away back up the inside. So up to 7th for Kaya. He's not quite got the momentum at the minute. Is he going to be able to sneak in front? You can see Hill Climb's just trying to keep himself alongside as they approach turn 1. You can see that huge train ahead of them. Hill Climb's got the inside, but I fear he's gone too deep into the corner, and he has done. Kaya's right back on the switchback. And is he going to get straight back past? Yes, but they're going to be side by side going on. But now the lobby resorts itself out. So Hill Climb in 8th, Supra in 9th. Everyone else, I think, is probably going to be out of... Look at this absolutely chaotic battle. Trevisio doing everything. Oh, contact, but that's going to allow Heracram up the inside. And Heracram takes 2 places in 1. He's up to 3rd, and Ruddo has just about fended off Ruswold. So, NXTGEN have got themselves into 3rd and 4th. Club 100, absolutely aggressive defensive driving from Trevisio has allowed the opportunity for NXTGEN just to bump themselves back into this race for the overall points tally. They're going to need it, because at the moment Club 100 absolutely outscoring NXTGEN in this second race. Ruddo just leaving a little bit of a gap there. Ruswold gets himself past his teammate. Didn't seem too difficult of an overtake, that one. Ruddo's been punted from pillar to post. You can see all the damage on the rear of his car there. It just goes straight over the curb, does Ruddo, that very tricky right-left corner. Heracram's just a little bit wide, but Ruddo gives him a chance and opportunity just to reset himself and go again. Roswald still in the slipstream, still in 5th. Sid Barrett's lost a little bit of time and he's picked himself up a 1 second penalty. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to allow any of the other drivers back into this race. There's a nice gap between Sid Barrett and Kaya, his teammate. He doesn't want to let the other 2 next-gen drivers of super fast and hill climb to get back into this. I must also mention that Dawes is closing the gap. He's got VLX Sparks with him, so those two have been able to slipstream one another. I don't know if they're going to climb into the top 5 at any time soon, but looks like they're working as a team at the moment just to try and get themselves up the field. Cal's in 12th, JPH, who was on pole, is fighting hard now with Marky Boy at the moment. What about up front? What's going on? Heracram, that's what's going on. He's right on the back of the rear wing. He's going to look to try and go around the outside of Treviso. Treviso's just going to block that, and sure enough, he has done. Ruddo's still there in 4th, but Roswald's got a fantastic move there, and Ruddo couldn't close the door. So, Roswald, can he get him later on the brakes? He can. He's up into 4th place then. So, good move from Roswald. He managed to set that up. So, the top 5 seem to have just escaped the attention of Sid Barrett now. We did have a very brief 9-car train, but now we're down to 5 at the front. NM1M seems to have got a little bit of a gap now out front. I say a little bit of a gap, it's probably the most it's been for some laps. He's half a second in front of Treviso. And Heracram's allowed that little bit of a move from Roswald, but the outside line is quick around that corner, and Heracram just fends him off. So Roswald looking to try and make it a 1-2-3 for Club 100. Ruddo in 5th. He's gapped a little bit at the moment, but he's got time to close that gap. 7 minutes 40 left in the session. This session's been fantastic to watch. Sid Barrett 6th. Hill Climb 7th. Superfast is in 8th now. So those two have dropped off the back of the cars in front, and Kaya has dropped down to 9th. So, bit of work to do. And in fact, you can see Kaya lost a lot of lap time on that one. He did a 43.9. So he lost a second. So I don't know if he's made a mistake or there's been an incident. There's VLX Sparks and Dawes just try and slipstream one another. It's going to be quite difficult now for them to get any higher than where they are, I think. So, Club 100, you cut away from the action and something else happens. Club 100 are currently 1, 2, 3. So that is going to be huge for them if they can hold on to these points. Heracram, though, I can guarantee... Oh, and Heracram going for a late lunge up the inside. Job done. He's up to 3rd. Got to make sure he doesn't run too wide, which he hasn't done. So, Treviso acting like the biggest block. We're right on board with Heracram from the driver's perspective. Treviso is doing a wonderful job for Club 100 at the moment. He's really blocking, aggressive defensive driving, keeping it clean. A little bit of a contact there from Roswald behind, I think that was. A little bit of a nudge. But Heracram, if he wants to try and fight for next gen, to move next gen up in the standings, he's got to try and get past this incredible roadblock that is Treviso at the moment. He's really defending and fighting for NM1M at the moment, and just doing a great job at backing Heracram into Roswald. See, Roswald just not quite getting the opportunity, and they've gapped Ruddo. So Heracram is isolated now. He's on his own. He's going to have to do this by himself, and it looks like he's going to, because he's just bumped Treviso in front of NM1M, so that could be a very good move. NM1M trying to block the door, but he's not done it. So Heracram up the inside, and he's got 2nd place. He's moved up, and can he get past Treviso while he's at it? Bit of door banging, he's on the inside, but sure enough Treviso blocks. He can't slow on the main straight, can Treviso? He can't actively slow, so he's got to be careful. NM1M trying to go for the inside, a little bit of blocking and contact between the two drivers. Here comes Roswald as well. This is absolutely incredible at the moment. Roswald's now up to 3rd. Heracram, I'm assuming, is going to try and now whilst there's a bit of chaos, try and make a move on Treviso. He did try and look around the outside, but nothing doing. Ruswald's got a little bit sideways out of the turn number 13 hairpin, and that's just going to allow NM1M straight back up the inside. He's up to third now. This has allowed Ruddo back into the fight, so the more they keep scrapping, the more opportunity. Oh, and Treviso was very late on the brakes. Little bit of contact again between the drivers, but all's fair in love and slipstreaming in this fight at the moment. You could see NM1M and Ruswald are definitely trying to make themselves known to try and get up past Hirakram, who's now trying to go around the outside of Treviso. Treviso blocks that door, leaves the door open for NM1M to try and get up the inside. Hirakram leaves him the door open. They're going to be side by side going through the chicane. This is going to be very, very brave, and sure enough, NM1M just lifts off a little bit. So, no contact, but here comes Ruddo. He's now back in the fight with 4 minutes to go in this session. This has been non-stop. Hirakram trying to go to the outside. He's trying to go round the outside at turn number 7 and 8. Can he do it? This would be an incredible move if he can. He's on the outside still, as now they come down the dip towards turn number 9. Hirakram forcing Treviso to the inside line. They're going to break. Treviso, he's gone round the outside. There's a bit of contact. Hirakram, what a move! That's fantastic. Treviso's all sideways. That's going to sap the momentum. It's going to give Ruswald an opportunity to go up the inside. That is one of the best moves I have seen on this circuit. Hirakram went right round the outside of turns 7 and 8, but he's up into first place, and NXTGEN needed that for the points. Ruswald, though, is in second. Treviso's third. Ruddo's got up to fourth, so NM1M is dropped very far back, actually. As NM1M, he's down to fifth. Hillclimb Racer up to sixth now, so Sid Barrett has made a mistake somewhere. He's in seventh. MR6 Doors is up to eighth. Kaya is up to ninth. Superfast Bobby is 10th. VLX Sparks is up to, well, is still in 11th rather. So all chaos and carnage behind, but Hirakram, the single man army almost, he had to work for it by himself, and he's got the lead of this race with effectively 2 laps to go, excuse me on that one. Ruswald, though, is not going to take this line down. Let's not forget the driver was absolutely hounded for second place in that race at Blue Moon Bay Speedway. He's not going to give this up. He's going to want to get that race win. He's got a fantastic run, actually, coming through the double chicane there. Don't think he's quite close enough to make a move through turn 7 and 8. And sure enough, he isn't, but he's had a very tight line through there. It's done well. These two have gapped now to Treviso, who's trying to block, but he's not blocked enough. Ruddo has got the move up the inside. Treviso has to move to the outside line, and Ruddo is up to third. And how quickly has the situation turned around? Because NXTGEN are 1-3 now. NM1M trying to look around the outside. Treviso, after a wonderful blocking, inadvertently has lost all of that. Ruddo's in a horrible position there. You can see he's trying to block Treviso, who's just barged his way through, really. I don't think that's very much fair in the situation of it all, but Treviso has just done a big bump up the inside, and he's now down to 5th is Ruddo, so probably not going to be pleased with that is Ruddo, but he's no doubt going to try and fight back for that. So these three now fighting for that final step on the podium. You can see up front Hirakram is still defending from Ruswald, but I think those two are just about away now as they start what will be this final lap. What a race this is. It's going to all come down to this final lap. You can see Ruswald trying to look for a move at the inside. Hirakram up against the pit wall, not allowing it. Here comes Ruswald trying to go around the outside. Probably not going to happen at turn 1, but he can set the car up for a good run through the double chicane. We'll ride on board with him as they come through this double chicane now, through turn 2, then 3, then 4. He's looking for a move on the outside. He's got a little bit wide as Ruswald. He's over the curb. That's just lost him a couple of thousandths of a second there, and sure enough, is he going to look for the inside? He's right on the limit, but he's not quite there at the minute. Is Ruswald, but he's in the right zone. He needs to be here if he wants to take maximum points for Club 100. He's got a very, very good run now as they approach the next corner. He's on the inside, in fact, but he's just not close enough on the on the brakes there. Hirakam launches over the curb. He made a little mistake actually, and that's giving the opportunity to Roswald. Is Hirakam going to go defensive? Yes, he does. That gives Roswald the opportunity to go around the outside. He's got the lead currently, but Hirakam still has an inside line. And sure enough, he takes it going into the hairpin. Bit of ghosting for Hirakam, and that's going to take him out of it, surely. Roswald's got him, and Club 100 are back in front on the final lap. Hirakam has a 4/10 penalty. He's going to have to clear it. He's got no choice now. It's too late in the race. He's going to have to try and clear that penalty because he is going to, unfortunately, for Next Gen, not finish in the lead. He did so well, but that's that. What a race, though. This has been... He's going to go for the inside as Hirakam. Has he still got the penalty? Yes, he has, but he's got enough of a gap, so that's fine. Hirakam will win on the road as they bounce off each other for the door handles. But Roswald wins. Wow, what a race. Hirakam second, NM1M third, Treviso fourth, everyone else is fifth. What a race. Roswald is your winner, and you know what? He's fully deserving of it. Absolutely wonderful performance from him. He should be really pleased with that. Sid Barrett was 6th for Club 100, 7th was Hill Climb, 8th was MR6 Doors, 9th was Superfast Bobby, and then other drivers were 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th. But there's your race winner. That goes the way of Roswald. Wow, 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 wow. What a race. That was superb. It's quite difficult for me for talking at the minute, to be honest with you. It's very, very difficult. So, let's see where we are in terms of the scores. Unfortunately, I didn't quite catch 10th, 11th placing, so I don't know how they played out. I know that 12th and 13 were both Club 100 and Next Gen, but I didn't catch 10th and 11th. So what I'll do is I'll work out the points we have currently for Club 100. They have 15, 13, then they had 11, they certainly had 5 as well. So if we give them the total that we have at the minute, at 36, 49, 66, 75, and Next Gens, it's currently on 57. So now, unfortunately, Dave is saying in the comments at the moment, seems like Club 100 win lobby 2, race results at the top of the screen. Ah, yes, of course. So, let's get these points properly sorted then. So, 5th place was Ruddo, 6th was Sid, 7th was Hill Climb Racer for Next Gen, 8th was MR6 Doors for Next Gen, 9th Next Gen, 10th for Club 100, 11th for Club 100, 12th for Next Gen, 13th for Club 100 and 14th for Next Gen. So let's see these tallies properly totaled now. 21. So very quickly try and work these out. So I can tell you that for this race, Club 100 scored 77, taking their overall tally to 140 for Lobby 1. And what I can tell you for Next Gen, I'll just work out now what they scored. Next Gen have scored 66. If you add their total together, Oh wow, this is close. So in the first race, NXTGEN scored 80 points. They scored 66, so that gives them a total of 146. So I can declare that in Lobby 1, NXTGEN have done enough. They have scored 146 points as opposed to Club 100's 140. However, we do not know the overall results in the second lobby currently. We'll soon find out though. Please check on our social media on NXTGEN. You can also check as well with the Club 100 drivers themselves if you want to have a chat with those. They will also give you the information about the scores that they've got on with. But what a race we had. And I have to say, that was fantastic racing from Ruswald. He did so well in that race. You know, it didn't look like at one stage he was going to win, but then he put the pressure on Hirakram and forced him into a mistake, and that was it. It was a wonderful, wonderful performance. So thank you very much for watching tonight with the team versus team event. We will have more of these. I'm sure Club 100 will want to go for another round of NXTGEN. It's been a lot tighter this time for certain. But do tune in. We do have many more events upcoming. And don't forget, we've got Season 19 of NXTGEN starting on very, very soon. And that is going to be on the 16th, I believe, of November. So not far away now. You will see me commentating. We'll be having the mini cup here in NXTGEN on Mondays. We'll also have the Renault Megane series returning on a Thursday night. Also joined with the Volkswagen Scirocco Cup as well. So it's going to be fantastic. A lot of more commentating and a lot more action from NXTGEN provided by Twitch streaming. So you'll see that very, very soon. But thank you very much for watching tonight. And wherever you might be in the big wide world, have a good one.